Hello, everybody. This is Alan Hernandez recording my final speech for EAC Public Speaking. I am at work right now, but I'm on the night shift, even so I'm going to try to keep this as quick as possible in case someone shows up and I have to go back to doing what I'm being paid to do instead of this. Sharing the screen. Beep, boop, beep. Alrighty. From the top. The role of cats throughout history. So cats have always had a place in people's hearts because, of course, they're fuzzy and lovable, and they're also elegant, nature's perfect predator. Every single bit of a cat is geared towards a stealthy kill, even though, as you can see from this picture here, they don't look it. They're also very erratic, and we all know they're really good at catching mice and lizards and snakes and birds and whatnot. And they're great pets, so naturally millions of people across the globe own a cat. And cats have actually had a place in human history from the very earliest days of mankind down to the current day, where they are basically an internet phenomenon. Even my friend, who is a YouTuber, he uses his cat a lot in his videos. So in ancient Cyprus, I forgot to pronounce that word. In ancient Cyprus, an isle off the coast of ancient Greece, archaeologists found a cat's jawbone that dates back approximately 8,000 years. And according to a researcher on ancient.com, it seems unlikely that a feral cat, one that would be hissing and clawing and whatnot, would be transported on a boat, and they would have no way to go there naturally. So from this, we can safely assume that the cat was domesticated over 8,000 years ago. Yeah, I know. And we all know about ancient Egypt. Cats were worshipped, mummified, deified, and sometimes even dressed in golden jewelry to indicate the status of their owners. Cats were seen as a symbol of the gods, and they were so well protected, in fact, that a branch of the government was established to regulate cat trade. You had illegal cat cartels basically crossing the border to distribute cats. You can just see the guy with the trench coat, 20 kittens. You want to buy a cat? And a lot of people don't know this, but in ancient Japan, the cat also had a very important status among society, particularly the priestly and noble, because Buddhist scripture was usually inscribed on rolls of parchment, which cats, they love. Rats, not cats. Rats love to nibble and claw their way through. And the cat's ability to catch mice and rats that destroyed sacred texts led it to this mythological status as a protector of scripture and the divine. Nobles took to breeding cats in ancient Japan, as alleycat.org puts it. The Burmese and Siamese cats were actually bred by nobles to make them look as regal and mystical as possible. And then there's the flip side of the coin. In the Middle Ages, the cat was pretty much condemned by Pope Gregory IX as demonic and satanic. In Ireland and Scotland, it was seen as the symbol of demonism and witchcraft because of how stealthy and slinky it is. According to ancient.eu, a popular myth at the time was that cats were venomous. Their flesh was poisonous and their hair could kill you if you swallowed it. If it breathes on your face, it would destroy your lungs. And they were terrible beings. But a little up north, where people weren't as crazy, or were, considering who you ask, I personally enjoy the Norse. The Norse goddess Freya in Norse mythology rode in a chariot pulled by cats. Thor was being sarcastic in one of their myths. Freya was complaining that she didn't have a nice way to get around. So Thor gifted her 2 cats. And Freya just fell so in love with these cats and had them pull her chariot everywhere. And as the Norse goddess of fertility and the harvest, among many other things, she was kind of the original go-to mama. Farmers would leave out small dishes of fresh milk in the mornings in return for Freya's blessing. Another fun little myth in Norse mythology is that because cats were so good at hunting mice and snakes and birds and everything else, a lot of the Scandinavian people believed that cats could also take down trolls. So usually kids would go out into the forest. They would try to bring a cat along with them in case of troll attacks. In the 15th and 16th century, cats were welcome on cargo ships to minimize vermin and disease. Christopher Columbus, it said, brought cats with him to the New World on his ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, and they escaped while he was looking around the Indies, and that is where we get the American Shorthair, which is one of my personal favorite breeds because they're just so adorable and lovable and kitty cat-like. Now, the cat's reputation started picking up worldwide in the Victorian age. They actually were elevated to the status almost to the point of ancient Egypt because Queen Victoria was actually inspired by the ancient Egyptians, and she adopted 2 blue Persians, made them members of her court. And the royal family had huge influence at the time all over the globe because Great Britain was all over the globe due to British imperialism. And because Queen Victoria, anything she said or did was just met with awe by most of the populace, widespread acceptance of the cat globalized after this. In the Romantic age of art and literature, cats were also made even more so popular. Many paintings, poems, and literature were published about them. I tried to find a good painting of the Cheshire Cat that wasn't unnecessarily creepy, but the Alice in Wonderland version from Disney just, it has a special place in my heart just because it's lovable. Look at it. It's mimetic at this point. But Mark Twain, William Wordsworth, John Keats, Thomas Hardy, and many others, they were all great admirers of the cat. It's actually said that Mark Twain, he had a cat which was nicknamed the Master's Cat. And the way he would finish up writing for the night is if his cat was getting tired of him ignoring it, the cat would snuff the candle on his desk. That comes from, I should have written it down. It comes from one of the sites I was researching. I think it's Catster, but I'm not sure. And of course, Lewis Carroll wrote the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland, which has become kind of the symbol of cats, as you can see. Cats Today, or Cats Tada, thank you, musical, for covering up that header. By the mid-90s, cats had become a multi-billion-dollar industry. Cat food, litter box, cat toys, an entire half of PetSmart is devoted to cats. The Meow Mix jingle, for instance, anyone and their mother remembers that at this point. And comics, TV shows, internet memes, songs, and YouTube videos all over the world are based on cats. So I think it's safe to say we have gone above and beyond the point where we think of cats as gods, because now they are become media. And as we all know, media is God, right? I was trying to avoid controversial topics in this debate. But in conclusion, cats are still pretty amazing, and their popularity isn't going away anytime soon. That's my cat, Marcus. I'm totally not biased in any way. Shut up. From the gods of ancient Egypt to the harbinger of Satan himself to being painted and immortalized, cats have always had and always will have a place in history. So that is my speech. Take it as you will. I've had a really fun time in this class, and I hope maybe I'll be in creative writing next semester. If not, well, it's been a blast. I will see you all later. Toodly-doo. Now I gotta get back to work. Stop the recording.